we got that Pyrrha and Mithra are coming to Smash Brothers from the Xenoblade series. So I guess everybody can give their opinions on that if you like. But the question here actually is though, is we've talked about this before, that Smash has basically added their 5011 character to the game. So at this point, would it even make sense for them to just go ahead and make a new Smash Brothers when it comes to the system, or should they just port this one to the other system? So because at this point, I mean, unless you gonna start the next, I mean, I guess I can say that for my take. But so how are you guys feeling about this? Starting with you, Mr. Gaming Lip.
I mean, well, what is Smash at? They're at like 150 characters now, I think.
Wow.
150 to 2,000, somewhere in that ballpark. I mean, we got more Blade characters. Yippee, like at this point, Smash is literally like Bushido Blade, the Soul Calibur 7. Like everybody got a sword. Like just don't even put nobody else in the game unless they don't have a weapon. Like everybody needs a weapon. Like you got 1,000 Fire Emblem characters. You got Cloud, Sephiroth, Shulk, Link, all versions of Link, Ganon. Like everybody got a weapon now. I don't know. It just, I feel like if they do make a new Smash, it's like I would see it only making sense really to me if they did like a reboot. If they somehow redefine or reconstructed the game from the ground up in some way, and they like, look, we want to start over. We're gonna start over with a base set of characters. That would make sense. But at the same time, it's like if they planned on making a bunch of DLC for the next one, if they did it and reinvented it, it's like, well, we just had the last game with 70 characters. Like, you gonna make us pay for all these again? Like, that's crazy. Like when I think about how much money they probably made from, like, how many DLC characters are there in this game? Probably 20, probably 30 plus something.
That's a good question.
And and I'm guessing
as many as we didn't know we needed.
And it looks like Pyrrha and Mithra are like the character and the Echo character. That's what it seems like. So I guess I don't know. It's just honestly that they should just at this point, if they do another Smash or like a next console, just make it Smash Brothers, or just keep Smash Brothers Ultimate and just have this as a base, because it's like where do you go from here? Like you have to reinvent it. Like that's really the only thing that would make sense. You got to reinvent the game. You got to change like drastic gameplay changes or something. Excuse me, drastically change the way the game looks, because like you basically got Mugen now. So if you give somebody Mugen and then you take it away, like, oh, well, we're not going to give you 10 characters in the next game. You're like, bro, what? We just had 1,000 in the last one. What you mean? I want 1,000 more. I want 2,000 in this game. So, I mean, it's cool in the sense that they're pulling characters from so many different directions, but it's almost like, are y'all going to run? Aren't y'all going to run out? Y'all done got all the Nintendo characters that exist, right? Ain't no. I guess it's now why a lot of times they pull from other stuff. It's like, man, we're running out of characters from Nintendo, man. We done put everybody in existence. I wouldn't be surprised to see Excitebike as the next character. Whoever that generic dude, Randy or whatever his name is, Billy, Bob, or Terry, the guy that's riding the motorcycle, he gonna be the next character. Excitebike enters Smash Brothers, like, or this the motorcycle itself. It might be a character. I don't know. It's just like, at this point, man, it's getting ridiculous, man. It's cool. It's always cool to see a character with like a game with like a huge roster. But man, like, I just feel like at this point they're setting themselves up to just keep this game going the way it is. The next console that comes out, just upscale the graphics, up the technology. But it's like, how are you going to logistically and realistically go into another Smash Brothers? And you calling this one Ultimate? Like, what you gonna do? Smash Brothers Omega? I don't know. Just like what are you gonna do? Because there's like people gonna be like, bro, we just had 70 characters in Smash Brothers Ultimate. If you make a new one and give us like 10 or 20, we gonna be like, we don't want this. We want 80 characters off the rip. So it's like, I don't know, man. I Smash Brothers is just, they breaking records out here, man. Them Smash Brothers and Fortnite are just taking everything they can and putting everything in there. They're just becoming legit Mugen, like legit, legally licensed Mugens.
Didn't they just put Ryu in Fortnite?
Did they?
In Fortnite. I don't know nothing about that.
They put Ryu in Fortnite.
I hadn't seen that.
Oh, okay. Well, we could just edit this out so I won't sound dumb.
I mean, it could be. It got everything else in there.
I mean, like, it's like, yo, I don't keep track of Fortnite like that, so anything could happen. I was surprised it had Iron Man in there. So
I mean, look, this is a game that has Kratos and Master Chief in the same game. Anything is possible. And John Wick, actual Keanu Reeves John Wick, so anything is possible.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I want to go ahead and start off by like just giving my take on the Nintendo Direct a little bit, real quick. Just really tell you quick. You know, the thing about the Nintendo Direct is that I come out and say I never watch the Nintendo Direct because I don't like being disappointed, and I feel like every time that there's a Nintendo Direct, I'm disappointed, and this one is no exception. I heard about it secondhand, and I was very disappointed by all the stuff I heard about. I don't want to say all of it, but most of it. They had like some stuff from like the Saga Frontier, like they're doing like a HD remaster of Saga Frontier. You know, I mean, the thing about it is like Square Enix, like they continue to like, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that they're bad, but I would like for there to be some remakes instead of remake. They remade like, you know, Trials of Mana, which was great. Remake some of these other games. Remake these other games, like remake these for like the new consoles and stuff. We don't like, it's cool that you like have the remasters and stuff, but do the remakes. Like, remember when what's called Yakuza, they remade the first two games in addition to making a whole new like prequel game to kind of set the stage for everything else. So it's kind of like, you guys can do better. You can do better. You have the capacity to do better. But anyway, as for Smash Brothers, we've had this conversation before as far as like the roster is concerned about like, you know, whether or not we should just continue like updating the same game and just be like, all right, well, this is the game from now on. This is it. Like, you can change stuff about the game later on, but I mean, Smash Brothers Ultimate technically, I think, should be the last Smash Brothers game to come out. They should just, and then every once in a while, you know, you have Smash Brothers like Championship Edition where they sell the game with all the previous DLC characters. And then, you know, then of course, like they add more characters later on. Like they just like, boom, we have more characters. You know, like next they add like, you know, like Devin was saying, Excite Bike, or the next time they want to add like, you know, oh man, what was that game? There's a game where like the guy's like supposed like Indiana Jones kind of. Man, I can't remember what that game is called. I played it a long time ago.
Adventure Island?
Adventure Island?
No, that was Atari. I think about Pit Hopper or Pit Jumper, whatever the game was called.
Yeah, that one. I think that's it. They had like, there was that one, and then they had another one where like they had like the main character's son. I think that was it. It's like, oh man, but like Pitfall or it can't.
Yeah, Pitfall. We talking about swinging from the vines and stuff.
Yeah.
From the trees. Yeah, that was. I think that was Pitfall.
Yeah. They had the Pitfall character, but then they also had another Pitfall game later on where the main character's son, I'm like, you know, they could put that guy in the game. They could put either the main character from the old games, or they can put his son in there or whatever. But, you know, there's there's so many different games that they could just draw characters from. Like, we're not just taking characters from Nintendo games anymore, right? Like, we're just pulling from everywhere. It doesn't matter. Minecraft, what have you. So, I mean, there's almost a limitless amount of characters that you can continuously put into the Smash Brothers game. So there's really no point in starting over from like a base roster of 10 characters if you can just keep adding on to the roster you have now. Just keep updating the game. The game is, as far as I heard, the game is pretty decent at it as is. I mean, I don't really play it like that as much as I used to, but my brother and one of my buddies, Riku, like they play the game pretty regularly, and they seem to like it a lot. I just don't see at this point, I just don't see any reason for there to be a thing where we're like, all right, we're just going to scrap everything and start all over. You know, in the next console, we're going to start from like a smaller roster, because like I said, people aren't going to want smaller rosters. you know, especially when we've come this far, we have like 70 plus characters in the game. There's just, I mean, just keep going. Just keep going. Like it's Smash Brothers Ultimate, like this should be the last one. And if you have to, and if you really have to reinvent the game, okay, fine. But only if you're going to really reinvent the game. But even then, like we've said, what we were talking about before, like I've said, you know, you don't need to make a whole new game to reinvent the game. You know, it doesn't require that you make a whole new iteration of the game to reinvent how the game works. Like, I mean, I don't know how necessarily how it goes between fighting games and like MOBAs, but I mean, like in League of Legends, they changed up like the way the game works. Like they changed some of the items and stuff, which basically changes how some of the characters, like the character builds are done and stuff like that. You're, you know, they add new characters, a new character every couple months, if not every month in that game. There's so many characters in that game. There's at least as many characters as there are in Smash Brothers. And that game has been going strong for a few years now. Like, you know, it's been going on for a while. And, you know, there's no reason why the next couple consoles, like if they were going to make another console for Nintendo, why the next console couldn't handle, you know, just having a few more characters on them. So, yeah, I think I do like that they added Pyrrha and Mithra. I'm not really, I don't know how they're going to play 100%. But I mean, as a Xenoblade Chronicles fan, I'm glad that they're in the game. More Mithra than Pyra. I was like, yeah, Pyra really? But yeah, Mithra, okay, fine. But yeah, man, I think I'm glad that they're in the game, but there's just no reason to make a new game at this point. Like we've already, there's 70 plus characters. Do you really want to start over, you know, just for like, you know, like a UI update or something like that? Just update the UI now and just move it on, keep it moving. You know, I mean, but then again, you know, you know, I don't know, man. Then again, I mean, maybe you want to make more money by just reselling the same characters you've already sold, because they're going to be characters that maybe, I mean, on the other, because there may be characters in this game that people are kind of like, you know what, we could do without these characters in the next game. These are just echo fighters that we really didn't need and stuff. So maybe there might be characters that they're like, you know what, this roster didn't need to be this big. We didn't need to have 70 characters. Maybe we could like chop that in half and really only have like 35, 40 characters and have them all be like pretty unique in and of themselves, instead of having to recycle moves and stuff like that, you know? So maybe that could be a thing that could be done. I mean, but in terms of, I mean, but they could, I don't know, technically speaking, they can do that right now. Like what's to stop them from doing that right now and just being like, doing a massive update where they say, hey, but then again, you've already paid for the characters. You've already paid for them. Who would want to like be like, hey man, I've already paid for these characters and now they're taking them out of the game. They're not going to refund you your money. That's pretty much guaranteed. They're not going to give you your money back. So I don't know, man. It's an interesting topic, but I think that as far as I feel right now, I just feel like, you know, just keep going. There's no point in starting over unless you really intend to be like, okay, man, we're only going to make unique characters that have like, you know, they're not not have like 3 or 4 characters that kind of all play in similar fashions, because I mean, if you're going to do that again, there's no point. There's no point in starting over if you're just going to do the same thing you did this game.
Before I get my take, I tagged both of you gentlemen in your Twitters on what I was talking about Ryu being on Fortnite. So y'all can go look at that. But I understand what both of you gentlemen are saying. You know, very logical explanations as to why we shouldn't bring back Smash Ultimate or make Smash into another game. But I don't agree with it. I don't. I think we need to make another one. It don't make no sense, but some stuff in life don't make sense. And these need to be one of these things. Yes, if they make a new game, they probably gonna have to drop it with 50 characters just to make people happy. But so what? It's a new game. It's gonna feel fresh and new and amazing and whoopee and all that other stuff. Do you know how good it feels to just, you're waiting, anticipating, and you're just like, I know Sora gonna be the next character. I know it. And then with the whole new game, you get a whole new hope that it's gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna get Goku in Smash Brothers because it don't seem like it's gonna happen in Ultimate. And I'm trying to tell you, like, they need to make a new game for a new system. It's what we've been doing. Don't stop it. People are like, look, we had 100 million characters. It don't make no sense to do this. So it don't make sense. It don't matter. Do it. I want a whole new game with my whole new system. It's what Smash Brothers been doing. I don't want that to change. Yes, in other topics, you heard me say that we don't need to make new games, but so what? I don't care. It's Smash Brothers. It's a different thing. Stop acting like it's the same thing. It's not. It's Smash. I love that game. I ain't gonna do this to me. We're gonna get a new game. We're gonna get some new characters, and we're gonna do it all over again. Me waiting and anticipating that my favorite character go be in it, and he ain't gonna be in it, and I'm waiting for the next one. I want to do it all over again on a whole new system. So I get it. Y'all make sense. I don't care. We gonna do what don't make sense. So I feel like they need to make a new game. And I mean, you can name it Smash Brothers Alpha Omega. You can name it Smash Brothers bigger than the last one. It don't matter. Just make a new Smash Brothers. Is what I want. Is what I've been getting. You ain't gonna change up on me. I want a new Smash. So I don't think porting it to the system would be a good idea. No, I didn't give you no logic. So what? You don't need it. Just do what I say do. Because I feel that's what's gonna make the right decision. Anybody else got anything they want to say?